I will impart to you how you can escape your fate. Surrender your mortality to me. Doing so would allow you and I to conquer the wilderness together. You could live forever, by my side. I will allow you time to consider my offer. But when the time comes, I will find you.
Welcome back to the high-risk hardcore Iron Man. We got ourselves an imbued God Cape. Among other things, that is the biggest upgrade we made to the account in the last video. But I'm going to need to continue making huge gear upgrades for my goal with this video. In my opinion, training prayer at the Wilderness Altar is a rite of passage for high-risk hardcore Ironmen. And even though I've already done that, I only went to 43 prayer. Besides Quest XP, that's the only prayer training I've done on this account. So my goal with this video is to obtain the best tank gear possible before returning to the Wilderness Altar for 70 prayer. You may notice that the format of my videos will be a little different. I've decided to incorporate a storyline in my series, and I gave it a try with the last episode as kind of a tester, and it seems like everyone for the most part enjoyed it. So I'm going to continue the story with a few minor changes, primarily to characters' appearances, but a huge shout out and thank you to my friends for helping me with this story by providing voices. Hey, 70 farming. So now we have 790 points. Obviously, we want the seed box, auto weed, why not? I would get the herb sack, but I need 58 herb lore and I currently have 54. So I'll have to wait on that. I guess we'll get this. It would be really helpful if I ever come back here. But we still have 290 points for the herb sack when the time comes. I've done a majority of my mage training in the mage training arena, and it's about to finally pay off. The infinity boots have been obtained. These will be my best magic attack bonus for barrows. I've put off training Slayer for a really long time, but I want to unlock the broad bolts and eventually the Slayer helm. So to do that efficiently, we're gonna start Turiel boosting. Nine tasks in, it is time to get our 10th task from Konar. Ankus. Okay, that kind of sucks. Not one good drop, but that's task complete. '20th task, please give me something good. Hellhounds, okay. That's actually a good one. I could probably get some hard clues from that. What you're seeing right now is me completing the very first hard clue of the account. You'll notice at first that I use incorrect prayers or forget anti-poisons, and that's because prior to this account, I've never done clues before. And for future reference, I will never drop a clue for any reason other than it requiring another clue scroll unique. So that means that any clue step, no matter how dangerous, will be completed. Here we go, first hard clue of the account, almost all combat steps. Aux. There it is, the second hard clue of the account. Okay, where are we going? Ah, man. Okay, this one is actually going to suck. All right, let's get out of here. That would have been so good if it was the short bow. 20th task complete. That makes 210 points. 29 tasks in. Come on, Konar, give me something good. Ah! 50 kills into this task and we got our first hard clue scroll. We're getting really lucky with the wilderness steps, huh? Another clue. And more alks. This is going to be the final greater demon of this task, and there we go. 30 tasks complete, 300 points. We can unlock broad bolts. Broad bolts have been obtained, and now we get to spend all our money. There we go. I get to give my hand a break. 10,000 broad bolts. Those are going to be super useful when I go to Barrows. Excuse me, I'm looking for someone versed in spirituality.
Sure, just to the south of here in Drainer Village, there's an old man who should be able to help you.
Ah, and who might you be?
My name is Grief, and I was raised by the monastery to bring peace to the wilderness.
I see. So you're next.
This is a quest I really should have done a long time ago, but there it is. Throne of Miscellanea is completed. Royal Trouble completed. We can now efficiently use Kingdom. 4 mil, that is pretty much all of my money. As you can see, I maxed out the herbs portion, so we should be able to get some good herb lore levels from this. Another first, not only for this account, but for me in general, Hespori. I'm not sure if the gear I have is optimal, and I know for a fact that my strategy is going to be dog shit, but let's give it a try. Right off the bat, I didn't bring an anti-poison. Chronoseas. What the fuck? Roving Elves has been completed, and with that comes the Crystal Shield. This will be my new best in slot range defense. Look at that, plus 80 range defense. That is going to be extremely helpful against PKers. 55 Slayer coming in. We can now actually use the broad bolts that we made earlier. 56 herb lore, but more important than that, 1500 total level. I honestly never thought I'd get this far on the account. So to celebrate, we're going to do some risky shit. That was the very last task of the Wilderness Medium Diary. There it is. What a fucking way to celebrate 1500 total. Let's use this on herb lore. There we go. Wilderness Medium Diary has been completed.
Hundreds of years ago, Gothics created the wilderness, and it has since been contested by followers of both Zamorak and Saradomin in a war that has corrupted the wild as it once was. The monks have represented Saradomin as they've taken hundreds of children from their homes and sent them into the wilderness once they've come of age to fight in this war. Hundreds have come before you, Grief. And should you die, another will replace you.
So you're saying that the monks aren't my family?
No, and to the contrary, death does not have good intentions either. You have become stronger than most of your predecessors, and it is for that reason that you are such an asset in this war. I recommend that you take up your things and run as far away as you can.
No, I don't believe you. You're lying.
Please, boy. Don't stop running.
It's finally time to start making some big upgrades to the gear at Barrows. The items we're looking for are tank legs, a tank helm, and any Carol's item. The first thing I really want is either tank legs or Carol's legs, so I can swap out these green boys with. But here we go. Let's get started on our first Barrows trip. Jagex, if you don't give me an item on my first chest, I will expose you for standing on the wrong side of social justice issues, and your company will suffer. Cancel Jagex. You heard it here first. Holy fuck. Oh my god, 12kc. That's fucking insane. Holy shit. Yes, that is the tank helm, and it's such a good one. I decided at 100kc that I was going to take a break from Barrows. I didn't get tank legs, but to be honest, if I were being PK'd, I don't trust myself to have the situational awareness to swap legs in between attacks. So I'm definitely happy with the setup I got. Having almost completed my tank gear, there was one grind looming over my head that I really didn't want to have to do. 1,345 dragon bones. I had two options for grinding this out. Blue dragons in Taverley Dungeon or green dragons in the wilderness. And what do you think I went with? Man, this is such a bad idea. Honestly, this grind didn't start off too bad. However, I did forget to bring an anti-dragon shield, which wouldn't have been a problem had I stayed in my safe spot. But given how long the dragon took to respawn, I stepped out of the safe spot to try to kill a second dragon, and that's where I had some trouble. Oh my god. Okay, so we're going to take a break from green dragons after that and work on one of these hard clue scrolls that I got as a drop. Nah. Oh man, that is my least favorite step so far. You little bitch. That's the Vedion step. Oh, let's open it in the wilderness for luck. That was not lucky. That's it. We are done. Over 18 hours in the wilderness for this, 1,345 bones. We are almost ready. This is the final piece of my tank gear that I've been missing. What you're looking at right now are my stat bonuses going into the wilderness altar. Let's do this.
Welcome home, Grief. I see you've succeeded in your first assignment.
Sir, I actually have to ask you something.
Oh? And what is it, my child?
What number am I?
What? Boy, what do you...
I know of the hundreds of people that died doing exactly what you've asked me to do, so I'm asking, what number am I?
I'm afraid I cannot answer that. Grief!
Would you like us to run after him?
No. He'll be back. He can't survive long in the direction he's going.
Where am I?
Without even realizing it, you've sealed your fate.